escalating to the highest levels of brutality ever recorded, with the pointless bloodshed sure to scar the psyche of all those involved for years to come. Haunting words from one of the survivors of last night's charity bake sale at the Garden District's Haven for the Elderly. And now, news from the war. The battle for the Western Food Reserve Grotto was successful. That is the only detail I have to report. And now, more exclusive audio from what has been dubbed the Goodies for Geezers Bake Sale Massacre.
It's my banana bread. What was that? Speak up. I wish my grandson was here.
Hello everyone, welcome to the sprawl, welcome to Little Guardsman. We have only 25% left, so I assume that this will be the next to the last part. We have a letter here.
Hey, a letter arrived from Dad.
Dear Lil, thanks for writing me back, but your letter concerned me. I'm sorry to hear that you and everyone aren't doing so well. Worrying about you kept me up all night. I didn't get a wink of sleep. And the next day at roll call, when they were asking if anyone was a mechanic, I yawned and stretched and they thought I was volunteering. So now I'm stuck with mechanic duty for the next big battle. They say this time it'll be fought in the air, and it's my job to help repair the planes. Don't tell anyone, but I really don't know what I'm doing. But my grandfather was a master mechanic, and I'll always remember the words he said to me when I went to visit him as a kid. What the hell are you doing here, kid? Get out of here! Can't you see I'm trying to look for things to fix so I don't have to spend time with your grandmother? So I guess if I investigate each aircraft that comes my way, I'm sure I'll find something to fix. And then I'll help win the battle. Thanks, Granddad. That goes for you too. If you draft any would-be airmen, make sure there isn't anything on their end that needs fixing first.
Okay, Dad, I will try.
Anyways, I better go. Drop me a line again, will ya? But this time, maybe don't write such bad news. If I accidentally volunteer for something I'm not trained for again, who knows what'll happen? Sincerely, Dad.
But there weren't any bad news. Lil was just living her life. Nothing bad happened particularly. Well,
I'm so glad he's okay. I'll write him another letter tonight.
so what are we doing today? We went straight to the shed. My spies have informed me that there is increasing dissatisfaction fostering dissent within the enemy's inner circle. Do with that information what you will. In addition to the forces that were drafted, the outcome of the last battle was also due to the state of our equipment. Pay extra attention to what our men, women and creatures are marching into battle with. Although their proposal for addressing our little food shortage problem was rushed through council without their scrutiny or approval, please extend my associate from Catering Corp every possible courtesy and don't trouble yourself too terribly with the nature of the plan. Nothing to see here, as they say. Guardsman Randy has been brought out of forced retirement to supervise our food stores. Welcome back, Randy. I may have stolen a deck of tarot cards off of an old wandering nomad-type woman. So far everything I've predicted has come true. Now the old bag yelled something about a curse if the cards were overused, as I was running away, but I'm sure it's nothing. Look at me, I'm battling 1000, I've got all the answers, call me now. Alrighty, let's start. Decoder ring 1 for now, metal detector 1 for now, truth spray 1 of these and 1 of these, x-ray 1, bullwhip 1 for now. I will use 1 for x-ray, maybe another one for metal detector and for truth spray. Let's begin.
Oh, unhand me, you fools! I must be granted entry immediately! Hear ye, hear ye! I have come to relay the terms of the immediate and unconditional surrender of the sprawl to the Kingdom of Petrod, as dictated by His Royal Highness Prince Phineas Pomp, heir to the throne of Petrod!
I think that you are the one of the dissidents of the Kingdom of Petrard.
Prince Phineas, son of King Phineas and Queen Buttermilk, who was daughter of King Fangil, son of Queen Amelia, daughter of King Rupert, son of Queen Talia, daughter of King Salvatore, son of Queen Fettabel,
Shut up
daughter of King
already.
Algernon.
Yes, I know who he is. Remember? I told the princess not to marry him, and I'm feeling better about that choice by the second.
So what are you doing here?
Let me in, peasant, Princess Desdemona.
Peasant? Wow, I didn't realize you were royalty.
Well, I'm not.
So that means you are also a peasant, right? And it's Queen Desdemona now, so put some respect on her name.
Very well. Let me in, person of equal social standing. Queen Desdemona will want to hear what I have to say.
I will trust you on that.
Apart from the mistake of calling her princess, this guy sounds like he may have some important information.
I don't think you were talking to me, but you're right, I do.
Oh, we have 7 people today. Let's use truth spray on him.
It is my intention to divulge the top secret battle plans I have been made privy to the Queen in exchange for food for my people. We are starving, and if the sprawl can help us, I will be sure to help you end this conflict to the best of my abilities.
Alright, you're in.
Thank you. Hopefully this exchange of food for information will help put an end to this bloody war.
Having heard their true intentions, you let them in. Now it's up to the Queen and other people above your pay grade.
Ahoy, child manning the gate!
Ahoy!
Ahoy! Adult in a basket?
Ha ha! I like your spirit. I am here to enlist in Her Majesty's Air Force.
My dad has warned about you, so we need to make sure that your basket is in a pretty good condition, or that you can manage yourself. So how do we do it? Let's talk first, probably.
Once inflated, my grand contraption shall sail high above the clouds. First I will destroy the enemy air force, and then it will take me no time at all to traverse the entire world at that altitude.
I have my doubts, to be honest.
So how does this grand contraption of yours work anyway?
When inflated to almost bursting, this ball will carry me up into the sky, keeping myself inside this wicker basket aloft. Simple science.
I feel like you're missing some steps.
Do I need to call anyone about this? Yes, state of equipment. I need to pay attention to that. Other than that, nothing. I suppose I can use this X-ray. What is that?
This is my heat source. Fire. You see, when I fill the balloon with hot air, it goes up. Boom. Science.
You can't just say, boom, science, and expect it to work. Do you actually think that tiny lighter is going to be strong enough to inflate a balloon that big?
Yes. Why? Do you have something more suitable?
Yes, actually. I have this blowtorch.
Here, take this. I swiped it from a doe-eyed singing psychopath.
Huzzah! Thank you, child. With this, I could sail the world in perhaps even 76 days, give or take.
So are we good to admit you now? Or to draft you? Oh, it will not say me if I did good or bad.
Tally-ho! Now I'll show those smug bastards at the Royal Academy Club who doubted me. With this powerful new heat source, I shall sail high into the sky and into destiny itself. Bon voyage!
Bon voyage!
Enjoy the battle. Hey, I remember you.
Yes, what are you doing here? Oh, yes.
Really? Most people don't. Regardless, I am here today on behalf of Catering Corp regarding our services and food management. We are prepared to oversee the appropriate distribution of the Sprawl's food rations up until the time when this war is resolved in favor of either side.
Very heroic of you to volunteer aid.
The proposed services rendered come with a detailed budget and a projected ROI.
Less heroic.
There was a note about you. Please extend my associate from Catering Corp every possible courtesy and don't trouble yourself too terribly with the nature of the plan. I am worried. I am troubled. Is there anything that we can do? Let's talk first.
It has come to our attention that the food rations are being severely mismanaged. If this trend is allowed to continue, the Sprawl will be completely out of food in a week.
Are you sure your numbers are correct?
Of course our numbers are correct. All we do is numbers. We eat, sleep, and breathe numbers.
I trust you.
Sounds like you take this pretty seriously. You must really enjoy cooking.
Cooking has nothing to do with it. This is all about cold, hard facts, which coincidentally is the temperature and consistency of our food.
Let's use truth spray on him. A good one.
I feel compelled to verbally dictate Catering Corp's food rationing plan. Item 1. All individuals above the weight of 71.6 kilograms will be allowed a single 14.7 gram ration of Soylent Beige nutrient bars per day. Item 2. Anyone below 71.6 kilograms will be restricted to food scraps and/or edible waste, either begged or foraged. Item 3. Individuals below 71.6 kilograms who succumb to hunger will be collected and repurposed into said Soylent Beige nutrient bars in order to sufficiently feed the remaining individuals above the weight of 71.6 kilograms.
Very efficient indeed.
So concludes Catering Corp's extremely efficient plan to solve the Sprawl's extreme food shortage crisis.
Collected and repurposed into Soylent Beige nutrient bars? Oh my god! I've got to tell everybody! Soylent Beige is people!
Not just people, it could be goblins or ogres as well.
So that was a note from Ash. Do I call her?
Oh, goody! I've been expecting the Catering Corp to arrive with a plan to aid us with the food shortage crisis. It's said to be a good, solid plan, and a little more. And that's all I need to hear. Let him in at once so we can begin to address this population growth problem once and for all.
Population growth problem.
I thought it was a food ration problem.
Tomato, tomato.
Lil, what do we do? Like, she says to let him in, but I don't want to let him in. Let's admit and see. I definitely can rewind.
You may enter, and do your best to help us with our food crisis.
Will do. It's funny. You should consider yourself lucky. Usually the people finding out what Soylent Beige nutrient bars are made out of are the ones being, well, made into them.
That is funny.
See you soon, little girl.
Hopefully not.
Do we really have to explain why this is a 1-star result, Soylent Beige's people? Rewinding.
Hey, I remember you.
Really? We are prepared.
Very heroic.
The proposed serve.
Less heroic.
But like, if I deny, then it's not a good solution either, so then what do I do? I guess let's use the true spray from the get-go.
I feel compelled to verbally dictate Kate. Item 1. Item 2. Item 3. So concludes Kate.
Collected and repurposed into Soylent.
Not just people, it could be.
Let's try Malcolm, maybe.
Let's consult the old tarot cards. Looks like we pulled the guy being hung upside down from a tree card. But he's covered in barbecue sauce, and there are a bunch of penguins around him. Sounds like your guy and his group of flightless aquatic birds are hiding something pretty twisted. Something tells me don't let him in.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let you in to turn our people into food.
But what about,
No!
again, not exclusively people? We're open to all creatures.
Just no.
I thought there was a third option, like maybe they changed their plans or something. I guess not. You discovered Catering Corp's nefarious plans and stopped it in its tracks. I mean, people are still starving, but 4-star.
What's the holdup? I figured most of you Guardian Defender types would be out fighting on the front lines. Let's move it along. I got a goblin ball match to set up.
Do I have anything in my notes about people like you?
And you are?
Albert St. Lush, manager of the Sprawl Brawlers.
Really? Nothing about him. Let's talk first.
I didn't think any more home games were being played this season. You know, because of the siege of the Sprawl, the threat of invasion, and the ongoing war that could destroy us all.
Yeah. Let me in and I'll make sure we get one last game.
I don't trust you.
You sound very confident about that.
What's not to be confident about? I'm a goblin ball manager. I've been managing goblin balls since you was in diapers. Besides, I've got a plan how we can get a game going.
And what is your plan? How do I find your plan out? X-ray? Oh no, doesn't look good.
What are these? Don't worry about it, kid. Tools of the trade.
No.
So long as the players don't ask any questions about what they're getting, it's totally legit. The secret ingredient is pure basilisk venom. What? You think those on the Milton Marauders ain't doping? You're crazy.
Confiscate.
Well, there ain't no way I'm gonna win with these bombs now.
Wait, so if I let him in, then the game will happen. I will be able to bet on the other team because Sprawl Brawlers will lose. So I will get some money, but also Should I let him in? I don't like him too much. Let's try True Spray. No. Alright. Oh, my action point didn't count. Alright, then let's call Malcolm.
Picking a card, and we've picked the Magician card. Seems like he's the type of guy who can make things appear out of thin air, like a win for the sorry home team made up of wartime rejects.
Well, that's too late. I already confiscated the item.
But if you look close enough, you can always see the strings, or in this case, the syringes. Shake him down for any kind of illicit performance-enhancing drugs. Then, once you've got him, whip out that decoder ring of yours and turn it into profit. I cannot believe that this late in the game I still have to explain the basics to you.
Wait, how can I use decoder ring on a syringe? You told me what it was. I don't have any points left, so I guess I will rewind then. But I have to be honest, I'm confused a little bit.
What's the holdup?
And you are...
Albert.
So let's use the X-ray.
What are these? Don't worry. So long as... Ah.
We've got the syringe.
Well, there ain't no way.
And we now can decode that somehow.
Let me look at those so-called tools of the trade again.
The decoder rings somehow reveals that this is a mage grade power crystal in a powder form. You can reconstitute it by adding water. And add water. Lil spits on the power crystal. And we've got another crystal. That wasn't the point of the soul. I still don't know if I should let him in or keep him out. Let's admit. At least the game will happen then.
All right, kid, I knew you were a Goblin Ball fan. I'm gonna put a team together from some of those losers defending the wall. See you at the match tonight.
Just 2 stars. The Goblin Ball game he organizes will put a tremendous strain on the spread thin sprawl. But the people need a moral boost, and you've got an inside tip. Occasion unlocked. I think that I will continue with this.
Echo!
Hello!
Echo!
He reminds me of one of my colleagues. In a good way.
Oh my god, what a lame joke.
What is?
That your name is Echo and...
Echo!
I hate myself.
What are you doing here anyway?
What do you want, Echo? And don't you dare say Echo again.
All right, little sister. Chill out. You clearly don't have any of my peace blossom left.
What are you doing here?
The Mages Guild are all gathering in the sprawl to discuss our place in the war efforts. Been a long time since we've all been summoned together like this.
Last time?
When was the last time the Mages Guild met together like this?
The last time was the only time. It was the founding of the Mages Guild itself. Before that, we were divided into factions, gathering with other mages who shared our sense and sensibilities.
Jane Goblin Austin. Yeah, I'm a reader.
There is really no reason for me to deny the entrance. He's not a metal guy. Do I whip him to get another of his blossom something?
Ooh, you got me some good with that whip. All right, I know the drill. I'll give you what I gots to give and then be back on my way wandering the wide world. Or you can let me in. Or you can put me in jail. My fate is entirely in your hands, little sister, just the way I like it. Anyway, here's the only thing I have. This here's my old power crystal. I don't usually carry it around, but with this gathering of the mages, I thought it might come in handy. Of course, it might not. Haven't used it in an awful long time.
I will return it.
Yeah, this looks trash.
Yeah, there's around a 67% chance it is.
Malcolm?
Let me consult the cards. Ah, the cloud of smoke. In all honesty, it doesn't really matter what happens to this guy. He's just around to give us some backstory and lore. He's as inconsequential as a leaf on the wind.
So if I put him in the jail...
Okay, thanks, Malcolm.
What? What is that?
Thank you?
Is it a good thing? Nobody's ever said that at me before.
Yes, It's good. Thank you.
Thank you! Jessica?
Goodbye, Martin.
So what if I jail him, just for fun?
Well, back to prison for old Echo. I've said back to prison for old Echo.
Yes?
I'm not saying it.
Saying what?
Echo.
Echo!
Damn it!
Rock on, little buddy.
You hint at one of the few non-ominous magic users in this game. He wasn't holding this time, so the charges didn't stick and he was released quickly. I know, but I was told that it's unconsequential, so... How many stars do I have? A massive monstrous roar. What is happening?
Whoa! Stand down, Peaches. It's all right. I'm here for the draft. Well, me and Peaches.
Who are you?
You can communicate with...
Peaches. Uh-huh. She's really good at taking direction. Sometimes. I'm still getting the hang of it.
Yeah, I trust you.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, you get used to it. It comes with the territory when you're a dragon rider.
Oh my god. Can I be you?
Not in this game, Lil. We have metal detector. Your protective costume is made of metal.
This tin whistle is all I have to control Peaches. I wish I had something more substantial, but my dad took his whip with him. She doesn't seem to love the whistle.
I was expecting metal detector to detect her helmet. So do I whip? Oh, I don't have any more users on whip, alright. That's too bad. Truth spray? I don't know, to be honest. Nope, didn't work. Okay, calling Malcolm.
Looks like the kid who calls me occasionally for advice needs some more advice. Tarot cards, don't fail me now. Wait, what's happening? I don't feel right. Everything's shaking. Oh no, is this the curse that old nomad woman warned me about?
Probably. I don't know what to do with her.
She said that if I use the cards too much, I turn into a... Oh God, Lil, the next time you see me, whatever you do, don't feed me small torn pieces of bread. I can't digest them and they'll bloat me, Lil. Oh, Mama!
Bye, Malcolm. So I draft you. Don't really know if this is the best idea, but I'm doing it. Good luck.
Alright, kid. I think you'll be a welcome addition to the Sprawl's forces.
Really?
Absolutely. It's something about your character, your moxie, your... giant intimidating dragon.
That I control with my little tin whistle.
If only I had a whip on me. I'm sorry.
Have fun in the war.
Attention! Second Lieutenant Wilbur Kaboose Orville, reporting for duty.
Are you talking to me?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I have come from the training grounds at the GLA with the finest triplane that Goblin Engineering has to offer, and I am reporting for duty to join Her Majesty's Royal Air Force.
I think that the game war will happen because I think that I have less than 2.5 stars. Because I thought that I was expecting one more visitor, but this is drafter, so
Is that your plane?
Yes, ma'am, indeed it is. A sup with gobbo of primo make and model. As I said, the finest that Goblin Engineering has to offer. Would you like to know her name?
Yes.
Sure. What's her name?
I call her the Green Baron.
Beautiful name.
Huh. I don't know much about planes, but I know what I like, and I like it.
Ha ha, bully.
There really isn't much I can do.
Ah yes, that is the finishing touch. Julian down at the GLA equipped the plane with it this morning. I don't think he was an engineer, just an enthusiastic volunteer. She's a large bomb we call the Inside the Park Home Run.
It looks really heavy. How does the plane fly with that?
Well, I haven't tried flying with it yet, just taxiing along the runway at a sensible speed. But there's plenty of space for it to roll around back there, with all those loose tanks of fuel and barrels of gunpowder.
Okay, I think it's better if you confiscate it.
Well, there's no way I'm letting you in with this. I wouldn't want you to roller through the streets with this inside the park home run in case you end up inside the park and kablooey.
And let's call Striker.
Well, this is just the kind of stand up for yourself and not taking it anymore attitude I want to see in the people of the Sprawl. Welcome the second lieutenant with a salute and a pat on the back, and send him to the runway ASAP. Oh, maybe take a look at what he's bringing in and make sure it's not going to pose any threat to national security. Then a salute and a hearty pat on the back.
Done that. Welcome in.
All right, Second Lieutenant, head in and report for duty.
But the bomb! How can I help win the war without my bomb?
Trust me, I think it would have done more harm than good.
That was the point!
Just keep your eyes on the skies, flyboy. Go for Lil.
Lil, Chuck here. I need you to get your butt down to the Goblin Liberation Army headquarters as soon as you can.
What's up?
What's up, Chuck?
My wife, the princess, queen, still not used to that. She has me deploying various non-human agents, groups, and creatures to help with the war effort. And we've discovered a mole. Like a mole. Not like a mole person. Well, I guess it could be a mole person. We're really not sure at this point. Can you come down to the GLA headquarters and help me sort this out?
Be right there.
I'll be there as soon as I'm done my shift.
Thanks, Lil. I'm sure you can help us identify the traitor in our midst.
Yep, sounds like something I'd be expected to do.
Oh, okay. I did well. I wasn't sure. I thought that I was lower than 2.5 stars. Anyway, we are good. Let's run to the GLA headquarters.
Lil, thanks for coming. Are you ready to help us whack-a-mole?
What's the scoop so far?
Yesterday, we captured an enemy spy who confessed that they were meeting with their informant, who is part of the GLA. But before we could get a name out of them, the spy chomped down on a poisoned tooth. We've gathered 6 suspects. One of them is definitely the traitor, but so far they're all sticking to their stories.
Truth spray?
Couldn't you just get a mage to put a spell on them? Or better yet, I could go get some truth spray from the shed and be done with this in a flash.
Good thinking. But the guilty party could have built up a tolerance to truth sprays, or be in league with a corrupted wizard from the guild. Your deduction skills are the only method we can truly trust. Think you can help us out?
Well, I have done this once before, but it was a low-stakes situation with my little friends. I guess I'll see what I can figure out.
You can interact with each of them twice. They'll just repeat their stories after that. See if you can detect any inconsistencies about their whereabouts last night, and catch them at a lie.
Phew, I will do my best. Alright, so let's start. So you don't take part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's start with you.
Last night, I was here with Chuck organizing flyers for the war rally. You can ask him yourself, but if you're looking for a mole, look to my left. They're literally a mole. What more could you ask for?
Listen, I know everyone's gonna think it was me because I'm a literal mole. But last night I was at a bar in Little Ogre Town watching the Goblin Ball game, I swear. I never miss a game, even when they're out of town like they were last night.
I was at a friend's house. A friend who was out of town. I was at their house while they were out of town. They asked me to water their plants while they were out of town. It's the truth.
Okay, you're the most suspicious so far.
I know where I was last night. I was at the big game happening downtown, but I'm more concerned about the big guy to my right. Have you ever met a troll you liked or even trusted? Something seems fishy about his story, if you ask me.
I was quietly meditating in my chambers last eve. The degrading acts of skulking in shadows you're picturing are obviously more in line with a creature half the honor of an elf. Someone like a halfling, perhaps?
Are you a halfling?
Last night I was attending my sister-in-law's cousin's nephew's birthday party. It was quiet down by the Goblin Bowl arena, with it being an away game and all, so I didn't see anyone on my way home.
At least the Goblin Bowl game seems to be true.
I don't know why anyone would suspect me. I have a leftover apple tart in my freezer to prove it.
Let's talk with you again.
I was
It was... All right, fine, you caught me. I didn't go to a friend's house to water their plants. I was out on a date with a human I met last week.
Oh, this is adorable.
Guess I still feel weird talking about it, but the date went great.
Alright, then I will talk with you again.
Chuck will vouch for me. I was here. I've got Brawler Seasons tickets, so some nights I'm at the arena, but last night they were playing out of town. As to who the traitor is, I don't know what else to tell you. Don't overthink it. They're a freaking mole person. You're looking for a mole. Come on.
Hey Chuck, can I confirm that?
So, Lil, who is it? Who is the traitor?
Not yet.
I'm not sure. Give me a sec.
I cannot ask him to vouch for this person. Alright, let's talk to them again.
I honestly have no idea who the traitor is, but all I know is that it's not me. Ask anyone who works at the bar in Little Ogre Town. They'll remember me. I'm a really bad tipper.
I told you, I was at the Goblin Ball Arena last night. I live around the corner from the stadium, so after the match I went straight home, no funny business. I'd ask that elf. Hard to trust those uptight, pointy-eared snobs.
I think that you're lying.
They're half the size, therefore they're half as trustworthy. Stop wasting everyone's time, and accuse that suspicious-looking halfling already.
Fine, I'll confess. I don't actually have any leftover apple tart in my freezer because I ate it on the way home. My sister-in-law's cousin's nephew's mother is a professional cook and I couldn't resist. You should lock her up for the crime of making irresistible desserts.
I think that his story is the most inconsistent, because everyone else says that the game was out of town, but this one just doesn't say anything really.
So, Lil, who is it? Who is the traitor?
I think it was
this guy.
the Cyclops.
What? Why me?
Because you claimed you went to the Goblin Ball match last night, but the Brawlers played an away game. You're clearly lying.
Very clever, little girl, but it's no matter. You and your kingdom will burn, and out of the ashes a new glorious nation shall be born.
So I got it right.
Take them away, Carl.
Good work, Lil. We couldn't have done it without you. We'll make sure they're properly punished for their crimes.
Oh, just one more thing before I go.
Yes?
I got nothing. I just always wanted to say that.
Let's go and bet some. And I assume that we need to bet on the Barranquilla Barracudas. Probably let's first talk with you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have time to answer a few questions today?
Yep. Sure, why not?
Sure, why not?
Well, that's just great. Brace yourself for some pole zazz. That's a pole, but with pizzazz, in case you forgot.
Oh, that's me.
As you can see, the Sprawl Brawler's mascot is an anthropomorphized version of the great Sprawl tree, raising an angry fist at its opponents. When you think of an ideal Goblin Ball mascot, it should be...
Cuddly, putrid, fierce, powerful. Fierce?
Okay, great. And when you picture an animal that embodies the spirit of the Brawlers, you picture a...
wolf.
That's great. Thank you for your time. Please accept this decorative crystal as a token of our thanks.
Mrs. Abernathy, how you doing?
Buns, 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 buns!
Oh God, not again.
That was great, Lil.
Is there someone hiding behind that tree?
It's me, Fredo. Here to facilitate all of your illegal gambling needs.
I thought you were banned.
I was, but I figure I can run faster than that ogre they've got running security. So it's a gamble I'm willing to take. Speaking of gambling...
Place a bet.
Here are the teams at play, kiddo. Which one do you want to hear about?
Barranquilla Barracudas.
This team is made up of extremely elderly former Goblin Ball superstars. Their fundamentals are unmatched, but most of them are quite hard of hearing, can't hear the captain call plays, and it gets a little, shall we say, chaotic out there. Their star frontman on the tube slide is one to watch, because he tends to wander off and we don't want him to get lost.
I kind of want to bet on them.
How much are you looking to gamble?
5, yes.
All right, kid, your bet is in. Good luck.
They're fun. I probably should have talked with you first.
Oh boy. Well, I got a team together somehow. I didn't get to give him any of the secret sauce, so I've just got to cross my fingers here.
Alright, hopefully that will work to our
Let's watch
benefit.
some Goblin Ball.
I don't know if I can really call what we've seen today Goblin Ball. Whoever rustled this motley crew of sprawl men, women, and creatures should be slapped in the mouth. Not to mention the Barranquilla Barracudas. Their star frontsman on the tube slide is playing like he had a stroke. What? What's that? I've just been alerted that the Barracuda's star frontsman on the tube slide has suffered a massive stroke. I feel terrible. Now, back to our live coverage. Although these new brawlers have struggled valiantly, the Barracudas have a slight lead. Their only chance is the final triple hopscotch. Number 12 heads into the straightaway, hops, and oh, that's too bad. They only manage the double hopscotch, and the Sprawl Brawlers lose to the Barranquilla Barracudas. Well, isn't that just a kick in the teeth?
Lucky guess, kid. Come back next time for all your illegal gambling needs. Just ask for Fredo.
Wonderful news for me. Bye, Fredo. And we have only 2 destinations, Garby's shop and home. Hello, Garby.
Lil, how are you holding up?
Not too many game overs today, Garbs.
I'm not really sure what that means, but maybe I've got something for it.
Oh, this is expensive if I sell it. Alright, that should do. Bye, Garby.
Oh, hi, Lil. Back home after a long day's work?
Yep.
You know it.
What a laugh. You, a working stiff.
It's a riot. Hey, Arda, you got a pen and paper? I want to send my dad another letter.
Oh, sure. Here you go.
This time, I really want to cheer Dad up. What kind of joke should I tell him?
Write a good joke? Lil will write a letter that includes a really, really good joke. Are you sure? Yes.
That should put a smile on his face. Thanks, Arda. Can you send it for me?
My pleasure. I know how much your dad loves to hear from you.
Thank you, Arta. Is there anyone in? Hello, Echo.
The Mages Guild is gathering in the sprawl to discuss our place in the war efforts. Been a long time since we've all been summoned together like this.
I know that. When?
When was that?
The last time was the only time. It was the
Jane Goblin Austin.
Are you sure you're interested in hearing about more lore from this ancient stone? Yes?
The reason I founded the Mages Guild was so that we wouldn't have to all gather together this way. It was a set of guiding principles that all mages would adhere to. So if you knew a mage, you knew what to expect. Kept people from fearing us.
A good thing?
That sounds to me like a good thing. A set of governing rules to make sure people feel safe? Am I wrong?
I don't think you are, but darker forces in the guild sure do. They think the rules are too strict. They want to use magic to control people, and eventually, the whole kingdom. If we don't stop them, there could be a rift in the guild itself with mages on both sides. It's getting pretty hairy.
Thanks for the chat.
Anytime, little buddy.
Thank you, Echo. Who are you? Oh, I remember you. You're a goblin. No, you're not goblin. Sorry, I don't remember your race, I guess. With a human. Let's talk to you first.
Oh, this is so weird, being out with you. Anybody could see.
Aw, honey. It's what's on the inside that matters. I'm not embarrassed to be seen with you.
Embarrassed to be seen with me? I'm worried someone's going to see me with a human and tell my mother.
Oh, brother.
You ruined it.
Him too.
Alright, I guess it's time for us to go to bed. Nothing else is left to do.
I think I've done everything I need to do. But are you sure you're ready to hit the hay?
Absolutely. The Petradian envoy, Fenton Harcourt III, delivered his message to the palace and defected to the sprawl to live out his days manning a shop that repaired bugles and any other brass instruments that require an pierced. I have no idea what it means. A pierced embouchure. He couldn't be happy in his new adopted home. The queen was able to use their top secret battle plans to shore up the sprawl's defenses, which made a huge difference, at least for a few days. Having been denied entry into the sprawl, the Catering Corp rep went back to corporate headquarters with a surplus of the food supplement known as Soylent Beige. While the Catering Corp exes weren't pleased by the loss of this contract, they also weren't surprised. Soylent Beige hadn't been selling like it used to, not since the FDA made it mandatory to display the ingredients list on all packaging. Was it the artificial flavor and coloring, the MSG? No, it was the main ingredient, human flesh. Catering Corp would have to deploy their best marketing wizards to spin a new angle on this. Albert. When word reached Lieutenant Stryker that her recruits were being drafted onto the Sprawl Brawlers for an illegal game, she hit the roof. When her guardsman turned ball players were questioned, they named Albert St. Luce as the ringleader. After a record-breakingly brief trial, in which the defendant attempted to bribe the judge, the lead prosecutor, half the jury and the court stenographer, Albert St. Luce, was found guilty of conspiring to weaken the Sprawl's wartime defenses with an illegal goblin ball match. In prison, Albert was confronted by a former player who was busted on steroid charges and was pummeled to death, to the great amusement of other prisoners. Echo the Wanderer, Inspector First Class. That's why because he doesn't have 4 stars. That's why it didn't count as 2 stars as I was expecting. Inspector First Class Javert was thrilled to have his arch nemesis back in his clutches. As he was about to toss Echo into a jail cell, the old wizard exclaimed, "Before you say another word, Javert, before you chain me up like a slave again, listen to me, there is something I must do." After an extremely long-winded explanation about how he was due at the Mage's Guild to try to sway its more fascist-leaning contingent towards moderation, and owing to the fact that he didn't actually have any legal contraband on his person, Javert was forced to let him go, but not before giving Echo a final warning, which he sent at the old wizard. "There is no place for you to hide. Wherever you may hide away, I swear to you, I will be there." By the time Echo made his way to Guildhall, the meeting was long over and the doors had been locked. The game told me that there is no consequences about this guy. I'm disappointed. So what did he do? He took a trip to his favorite haunt, the Sprawl's premier bowling alley Pinheads. It was a pretty righteous way to end the day. Correctly identified as being a traitor, the guilty Cyclops was loaded into a catapult and flung at a brick wall the next morning. There was much rejoicing. The Sprawl and its secrets were now safe thanks to your masterful detective work. Oh, we have to fight again. Well, okay. We won! Good job, us. As the dawn sun rose, it was clear that the Sprawl had triumphed. The smoke slowly cleared from the patchy sky where the battle between the clouds had been fought. It was later said that one of the clouds was shaped like a short giraffe and the other one looked like a bowl of fruit. Using the blowtorch you gave him, Professor Phogg inflated his contraption and rose high into the sky. From his basket he wrought havoc upon the enemy, even flinging his poops at enemy vessels from above. Oh my god. The aging academic patted himself on the back for a job well done. The little Primaris, dragon rider trying to command her dragon pitches with just her tin whistle, had a rough go of things. Witches couldn't hear the whistle above the roar of battle, became disoriented, and in a panic fled combat and took them home. Your father was mortified when he realized he had failed to equip them with his trusty bullwhip. He resolved right then and there to never leave her in charge again, and he swore of going down to the pub to bed on Goblin Ball for good. Unencumbered by the inside the park home run bomb, Wilbur, Kaboose, Orville performed impressively piloting the Green Baron. In fact, he made an impressive 8 kills single-handedly and was awarded the Golden Wings, the highest honor for a Sprawl aviator, and was the first goblin to receive this prestigious award. Level 10.
Had to have been one of the more exciting games of Goblin Ball I've ever seen. Who'd have thought that the Brawlers and the Barranquilla Barracudas could have come together so last minute and put on a game like that? Rhonda, did you see the Brawlers' new mascot? You mean that fierce wolf-looking thing? Yes, that's the one. I like it. I hate it. Well, there we are, split again. And on our most sacred national holiday, St. Swithin's Day. Perfect segue, Rhonda. Happy St. Swithin's Day to all our listeners. Just a reminder, many stores and services will be closed today. We'll now take the traditional 267 minutes of bagpipes in honor of St. Swithin's Day.
And well, I expect that the next part will be the last part of the game. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Have a nice day, night, morning. Bye bye.